Welcome to Coffee Time with Brenda and Mary.
What are we talking about today?
Well, you know how we go. We just go with the flow.
Okay, then let's go.
Thank you for joining us today for Coffee Time with Brenda and Mary.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Last time we chatted, Brenda, about balancing our own energy. So that's when our energy is kind of out of kilter, right? Like it's already gone, like something's affected us and we're not feeling our very best. So I thought, but how can you protect yourself from that? Because sometimes you're walking into a place that either feels dark to you, a place where there could be conflict or chaos. And it's like, is there a way to protect your energy so that you don't have to do all this balancing work after?
Well, it's a fine line because, yes, there are ways to protect your energy. They're called bubbles of protection, but a lot of people are not in the mindset to remember to do them.
Right.
So let's say if you get into a habit saying, hey, I'm going to so-and-so's house, which I feel there's negative energy, or I'm going to this mall where I find there's negative energy, or this person's coming to visit me, they bring negative energy.
Or places like hospitals.
Oh, yeah.
Or cemeteries,
yes.
Or nursing homes.
Yes.
That are very heavy, even to me. And I don't know, like I'm not one of these energy people, but even to me, that feels like a heavy place to be.
Yes, absolutely. So bubbles of protection, they work. Why do they work? Because we believe they work. Why? Because everything in this universe is intention. So for instance, I'm a believer in the bubble of protection. When I make a bubble of protection, I'm in it so solidly that my daughter can see it. I can feel it.
Wait a sec. You make a bubble to protect yourself and your daughter can see it?
And I bet many children out there can see it. Children have an ability to see. So there is a video that we're going to link to.
Okay.
And it gives more of a background of bubbles of protection, how I came about them, how my daughter saw them. It's a really fun video to watch. And it gives really more information on how to create them, when to create them.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, anyone can create a bubble of protection. It doesn't have to be me, doesn't have to be someone. It's you. You can create it.
And that's sometimes the hardest thing to believe in all of this stuff that I'm learning about. It's like I always think there's somebody that's been born with special gifts, that they can do all these magical things. And I get to know somebody like you, or I get to go to pay for a service. But the idea that I have the ability to do this for myself is a little bit more challenging to believe.
And that's what you need to work on, Mary, is the belief that you can do it. Okay. Now, how do you do it? You ask for a bubble of protection. Now, in that video, I give an idea. And if you don't want to go to the video, I'll give you an idea. I'm just going to create one for both of us right now.
Perfect.
Source, God, angels, beings of light. I'm intending a bubble of protection over myself and over Mary. Our bubble protection is so powerful. No negativity can come through. It's impermeable, bulletproof. Actually, where we're going to go is such a negative place. I want an extra layer of protection. I'm going to ask for a golden light layer. And I'm going to add an extra one. I want a purple light because that's very healing. This is such a thick bubble, Mary, that we are going to go anywhere. Nothing is going to come in. And inside, we are going to have this liquid love bathing us in love, joy, happiness. But people might be a little upset because we're in these bubbles of protection. Well, why don't we go a step further and ask Divine Source to bring in this loving energy to us and through us so we can send it out to everyone in the room we're going to go into, or everybody in the grocery store. I don't want anyone's negative energy. It is not going to get through this bubble. But I have no problem of giving, sharing, intending divine energy to everyone.
So it's just that easy. We don't have to do some magic or snap some fingers, or we just have to say, I put myself in this bubble of protection. We're not letting anything negative come in. Only happiness, joy, and health can come in. And that's it. We walk into the hospital.
That's right. And then Notice how you felt when you're in the hospital, when you got home. Because you're in a bubble of protection, you're going to be less tired, less fatigued. Because when we're not protected, we actually pull in people's negativity, but also there are some people who know how to drain our light.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So the bubble of protection protects in both ways. It protects your own energy. Nobody has the right to take my energy. I have no problems providing energy, intending energy, but don't steal my energy.
So how often do you have to do this? Like, does it last an hour? Does it last a
Well,
day?
this is the tricky thing. And I
Yeah.
think this again comes with the longer you've been doing it, the more often you do it, where you're going. And it's because I feel, this is my personal belief, and this might be my belief, that the bubbles last about 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Now, somebody tried it and said, Brenda, I was so excited. I created a bubble, but it only lasted for 20 minutes.
Oh.
And they say, why? I said, you know what? Just keep doing them. And intend them to last longer. Another thing is, I asked someone, maybe we can program it, may this bubble regenerate after every 3 hours. So it's a self-generating bubble. Play with this universe. It's all intention. But bubbles of protection work for those who believe.
For me, it's like a harmless idea that if it works, great. If it doesn't, I didn't waste any time. I didn't spend any money. If I believe that there's a bubble around me, and I think there is like an old Star Trek show where somebody landed in a bubble. So that's what I'm imagining right now. But if I can imagine that bubble around me and that it's going to protect me, I think that it can't do any harm.
Yeah. I'll give a quick story. So before I even got into energy work, me and my girlfriends went out and we parked in Toronto in a place that we weren't sure we would get tickets or not tickets without even knowing any of this stuff. I said, guys, hold on a second. I'm making the car invisible. Angels, please protect this car. It's invisible from any tickets. When we come back, the car will be completely fine. Okay, let's go. We went. When we came back at like 2 in the morning, I don't know, 1 in the morning, whatever it was, there were tickets on everyone's car except ours.
Get out.
True story.
I'm going to tell my kids about that one because somehow they're the ones that are always getting the tickets.
Yeah, and I was like, it worked. But of course it worked because I believed it was worked, but they were all in shock. Like,
Wow.
Brenda. And I didn't even really know about energy work. I was just guided to say that to my car.
I love that story. That is an awesome story. Play with it, everybody. It's a bubble of protection. It can be gold. It can be purple. It can just be a bubble of protection. Give it a try. See how it feels.
Exactly. Go with your feeling and just try it.
Yeah. And let us know how it goes at www.sobrilliant.ca.
Thank you for joining us.
If you have any questions or comments, visit us at sobrilliant.ca.
Sending you lots of love and light. Until next time.